Welcome, everyone. Welcome back in here. We're so happy to have you here on our second day of this SME and Entrepreneurship for All SME Academy that we're just starting this week. And yesterday we had such a lovely session in which we learned so much about networking in big events, and we talked about our concerns and all about it. Today we're also live from the SME Assembly. We have Ellen McCallum and Dana Redford. Hello, thank you for being there. Tell us how is everything in there?
It's going really well. We're coming to the end of a 2-day event now. So it's been really interesting. For me, I think ever since I first became an entrepreneur, networking has been really important. I would go to many different events when I started out in order to discover what was most useful. And sometimes the connections you make come from the most surprising areas, wouldn't you say? The quite techie thing in the SME Assembly is they have this. So what we can do is go like this. And then I've got an app that shows all the details, including Dana's email. So it's great for connecting. They're very focused here on connecting people and finding those unexpected connections. What's been your connection, Dana?
Yeah, I've met other people that are really passionate about entrepreneurship and speaking on different subjects that are near and dear to the entrepreneurship for all hearts in all of us. We had a great session on women's entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And also been many different sessions on different things from reducing bureaucracy to Young Entrepreneurs Award. It's been really exciting.
Absolutely. There was a session today on late payments. And obviously, as an entrepreneur, late payments is critical to kind of manage and understand. Cash flow is everything when you're starting out. So that's been interesting. And that links obviously to the courses that we're doing on finance, particularly within the Entrepreneurship for All courses that are online.
Thank you. And we'll come back to you in a little while with some questions because it's good that you just showed us that super cool app, because today actually we are going to be focusing on this. Sandra has a lot of surprises for us. So we do have people here in the room that were with us yesterday, and thank you for coming back. And we have some newcomers. So welcome everyone to our Entrepreneurship for All SME Academy, our live session number 2. So allow me to just 1 second tell you, for those of you who are new to this, Entrepreneurship for All is the e-learning ecosystem we are creating with your help, with your support, for aspiring but already experienced entrepreneurs, because it's all about learning from each other and growing together and thriving because of each other. Okay, and this is why we truly feel that with Entrepreneurship for All, every step is a step forward. I did introduce you yesterday our fantastic partnership. We have a lot of expertise, a lot of very interesting and experienced people and organizations behind Entrepreneurship for All. So we are really enjoying every minute out of it. Those of us who are behind the scenes, and hopefully those of you who are taking advantage of all of these. Okay, our learning is based on the micro learning. So you have 5 minutes, you need to learn something, we've got it for you. You have more time to dedicate to this, we have it there for you as well. You are seeing my screen, right? Okay, because I suddenly saw something else. Okay, cool. Yesterday, before we
Marianella,
yes,
Marianella, can you reshare your screen, please?
Yes,
we don't see it anymore. Thank you.
1 sec. There we go. Can you see it now? Cool.
Yes, we can.
I was just saying that yesterday, before we said goodbye, we did share with you these 4 QR codes. So please take your time and make a screenshot, because here we have direct links for you to our website, of course, so that you can learn all about it and what's happening. Direct links to our learning pathways, all based on sustainability, financial, entrepreneurship, and digital skills, of course, because as we were mentioning yesterday, you might be very skillful on financial, but you need to improve your digital skills. So we have something specially for you. Okay. we have started also, because this is all about each other, helping each other, creating a community that thrives together. So we have on LinkedIn our Entrepreneurship4All Academy community. So please do go there and join and start sharing. And we have a little present for you that we started creating yesterday, with resources and links to very cool tools about networking, which is the topic that gathers us this week. Okay, networking for growing your entrepreneurial spirit, for growing your business. Okay, so that fourth link there, that fourth QR code there on the screen is for you to find new resources. Okay, and if you have new ones, please do share them with us, because we would love to add them to it. Okay, so just to do a little recap for those of you who were not here yesterday, our session yesterday was all about networking in big events, okay? And we shared how for some of us can be challenging. And Gabriela from Matera Hub was a fantastic, thank you, Gabby, for everything yesterday, because you really made us reflect on our own challenges and how we can make the most of it. So we did see how networking is important for entrepreneurs, and you did all agree that it's not only for strategic partnerships, for finding strategic partnerships, but also to understand the industry out there, what's happening out there, that awareness of the world, also for learning from each other, that peer learning, and of course expanding visibility. But that led us, you gave us as well, and our audience gave us as well, some very cool tips for effective networking. And I personally loved how we felt very safe to share our own concerns and our own challenges when we meet other people on big events. Okay, so we in the end understood that it was about respecting. It was about giving. Remember, not only, we always think that we need to network to gain something, but we did understand yesterday, reflecting together, that it's by giving that you receive as well. Okay, so that networking, it's a win-win situation. But today we have Sandra Troya from All Digital. Thank you, Sandra, for being here, and she has some very cool tips and tools that she's going to be sharing with us, because today was about live networking on events. Today we are focusing more on networking online. Okay, so thank you, Sandra, for being here. I'm going to stop sharing now and leave the floor to you.
Hi, thank you. Welcome. And in this session, we focus on how digital competencies and digital tool can support us to create and to forge a stronger and professional relationship and network. We also explore tools and artificial intelligence application that we can use for our network. The tool that we will present can help us to personalize our interaction, identify opportunities, and of course stay connected. Of course, when we speak about networking, we have to remember that networking is still about people, and technologies and artificial intelligence can support us, but we need to have in the center people, because networking is the human connection. I want to start with an activity. I hope that okay. Now I start my presentation. I hope that my screen is shared. And okay, we can start using Mentimeter. Mentimeter is a tool, and using this tool, we can try to answer these really short question. For participate, you have to use this code. You have to go to the menti.com and you have to insert the code, or you can, but maybe I need to stop the sharing, or you can also to use the QR code. Just a second. Okay.
Don't
And
worry.
we have,
Yeah.
okay, we see the QR, but we have also shared the link in the chat, so you can click directly from there.
Thank you. And the first question is, what has been your real experience with digital networking so far? And which tools have you used, and how effective did you find them? We have different options. The option that is more voted is I primarily use platforms like LinkedIn and find them very effective for expanding my network. And the second option is I use digital tools occasionally, but struggle to make meaningful connection. It's really interesting because the assembly this year is focused on connection using digital channels and digital tools. And now we have another preference for the option B. I have tried various tools, but I am sure about their impact on my networking. Now we can move to the next question. And that question is about artificial intelligence. How do you imagine artificial intelligence could to transform or improve our ideal networking experience? And please, okay, thank you. The first option is by offering personalized recommendation for relevant contacts. We have 2 votes for this, but there are 3 people that prefer the option B by suggesting conversation starters and follow-up strategies. And well, there is a balance between our different options by analyzing my network to identify potential collaboration opportunities. And there are 4 votes for the last option, and I am unsure how artificial intelligence could enhance my networking experience. Okay, now we have another question. Which aspect of networking would you like to simplify with artificial intelligence, and which phases would you prefer to keep human? And also for this question, we have 4 options. And now we are voting for the option B, automating follow-ups and scheduling, but maintaining a personal conversation. 3 votes, 2 votes for using artificial intelligence for everything from introduction to follow-ups, and 2 for I prefer minimal artificial intelligence involvement and value a human-centered approach. The value of a human-centered approach is the vision that was that is pushed now from UNESCO in the use of artificial intelligence for education. If you are interested in this topic, please visit the UNESCO website because there are 2 new frameworks about digital competencies for teachers and digital competencies for students. And we know that students are the entrepreneur of the next future. And the next is to what extent do you think artificial intelligence could help you turn initial contacts into lasting collaboration? Which practical aspect would you like to be facilitated? Sorry, the question is not really clear in this slide. We have two preferences: automatic follow-ups and reminders to stay in touch, or helping manage contacts, information, and share resources efficiently, and offering insight into mutual interest and collaboration opportunities. And the last, I prefer to handle this process manually without artificial intelligence intervention. Okay, good. Thank you for your participation. I won't interrupt the sharing, and now my idea is to ask our partners that are attending the assembly. If I can, I want to start from Ellen. Ellen, could you start by introduce yourself? We know you, but maybe can be useful for attendees know you better. Please, you can let me know how. We know that you are joining from the assembly, but we are interested to receive for you interesting insight emerging at the assembly regarding digital skills, tools, artificial intelligence, of course, for networking. You have started your please.
Yeah, so I'm Ellen McCallum. I'm the founder of Bantony Education. So I'm a social entrepreneur. I run a non-profit based in Belgium, working in different countries. And I'm here at the SME Assembly because we work on entrepreneurship, like projects like this, Entrepreneurship4All. So we're keen to connect with like-minded actors, interesting actors, surprising actors that are working in similar fields or potential fields that we could connect to. From a digital side, there's been a couple of sessions here on the usefulness of AI for business, and looking at it as a complement to human skills. But you know, the very existence of the assembly is testament to the power of human connection in person. You know, and me and Dana thought we'd actually join up together because we're in the same place and it doesn't happen all the time anymore. But I think I'll hand over to Dana to talk about the digital side, because you're good at this.
Yeah, well, I think that there are various tools. I mean, of course, the SME Assembly also speaks to policymakers. So there were several AI-enabled tools, for example, an automated system to clean pipes and repair them while they're still underground, so you don't have to dig them up. Also, this to be something that could be used without specialized and trained people. So I think there's a lot on that. But when that entrepreneur was presenting his project, he was saying that, well, some of the regulations are helpful, but others are not, and sort of, hold some of the innovation back. So there's a lot of conversation talking about both digital innovation, but also many times the entrepreneurs are also speaking to the policymakers, which is something that's important. I also thought, Sandra, in your presentation, by the way, I'm Dana Redford, and I'm president of PEEP Portugal, also a social entrepreneur, an NGO based in Lisbon. We do development work as well as working on EU projects. And I would say that one of the rules of networking, and it's interesting to think about how technology can help us. There's a famous quote from Woody Allen. I'm originally from New York City, so love Woody Allen. And that is 80% of success is just showing up. And I would say that if you can think about 80% of success in terms of networking, it's just keeping in touch.
Yeah.
And these sorts of aspects, many times people go away from events and they have lots and lots of cards and, connections that they've made, someone they just bumped into. But the question is, what are you going to do with those contacts? And I think also another sort of piece of advice, both for online and in-person networking, I prefer at least to have like sort of deeper conversations, because I think you cannot explore, you cannot understand if you have synergies without getting into what people are doing and to get to know them a little bit. So it's a good opportunity to have that human contact.
Absolutely. And I think, that what you say about those business cards, those people you meet, just pop them an email just to say, look, great to meet you. This is what I'm doing. If you're interested, to get in touch, or try, if you've had a chat with them, find that point of potential collaboration, a point which you're interested in, or a point about their business which is interesting, which you can comment on, just to create that additional connection. And that's part of the follow-up, to try and make it meaningful, to try and get potential out of it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And now we can move in another step of our call. And now I am sharing my screen again. And now it's time to consider how technology is changing the way that we managing our network. Just a second, I am okay, ready. For this reason, we start with a question. How have digital tools transformed the way we network? And I think that can be really useful to start from the assembly of this year, because this year the people who have decided to attend assembly can, in presence or in online, because this is an hybrid event, all people can use this app, the Promoting Enterprise Event app. And it's really interesting because it provides a dynamic platform for participants to connect, network, and create a network. This app is developed by Swapcard. I think it's really useful for us to know tools like Swapcard, because this is an app and is a platform, is an event engagement platform that offer us features like artificial intelligence powered matchmaking. And using this app, we can create our networking with people that are attending the assembly, following, if we want, the suggestion that artificial intelligence give us. This is the platform inside. I don't know if you have yet registered yourself in this platform. I suggest you to not only to subscribe to create your account in this app, but also to edit your profile, put in your picture, and also put all your information, of course, all your contacts and all your information that you think it's useful to share with participant and speaker. This is the image, the screenshot from my profile. I have decided to put, of course, my picture, a short presentation of me, and all social media that usually I am using for improving my networking, and also my contact details. This is a screenshot in which we can understand how this app works. Because when you are inside the app, you can decide to create a network with other participants or speakers. If you select participants, there are recommendations from artificial intelligence about people that, according to the information you have inserted in your profile, can have interested in common with you. And it's really important that in this contest we can touch with our hands how artificial intelligence can support us to create networking. Because artificial intelligence collect in this platform is collecting data not only from the information that we have inserted in our profile, but also about the event that we have decided to attend, and experiences that we have started in this platform. And also we can manage the recommendation. This is Dana. We had him in the assembly, and he is a speaker, and I am a participant, and I can ask to connect, to create a connection with him. And this is his profile, and I have information about the event in which he is a speaker. I have information about him, his social media, and all connection that he wants to share with the people. And I can ask to connect with Dana, but we start to chat only after Dana, or the person that I have tried to contact, accept my connection. It's really interesting because it's an informal way to create contact with people that we don't know. And of course, identify and connect with like-minded individuals based on the shared interest of professional goals is really important. And using tools like this, we can engage in real-time conversation during section to exchange insight and ideas, but also we can have the opportunity to have a follow-up post-event, and we can transform an initial interaction in a professional relationship, professional network. Okay. Also, I was really interested because today, this morning, there was a section about the artificial intelligence application in entrepreneurship, and was interesting then that one of the people who attended the meeting present the experience of a new professional career that is expert in artificial intelligence in enterprises. And I think it's really, really interesting to follow this new, the new vision related to the competencies and the tools that we can support as like entrepreneurs. And now we can try using this chatbot how artificial intelligence can support us in creating our network. This chatbot was designed by me. It's a really simple chatbot. I have used ChatGPT, and I have asked to create a chatbot for entrepreneurs. And the goal of this chatbot is guides entrepreneurs in artificial intelligence driven networking and professional growth. I would ask you to try to use ChatGPT if you want, of course. It's for free, but you need to have an account in ChatGPT. It's not necessary to have the paid version of ChatGPT. You need to have a paid version of ChatGPT if you want to create for your goals a ChatGPT. I have tried because there are questions that ChatGPT I have called the Net Grow Artificial Intelligence. There are suggestions to start our conversation with the chatbot. We call this prompt because we are giving input to the chatbot, and if we are able to design good prompt, we can receive the good answer from the chatbot. In this slide, you can see a screenshot related one output that I received from the chatbot. I asked to suggest me how I can improve my LinkedIn profile, and these are the suggestions that I received from ChatGPT. If you want, can be really useful to have your first feedback about this chatbot. Do you think that can be useful for your experience? Or not? I think is amazing way to have the first support for improve our digital skills related with digital tools, digital environment for improving our network. Of course, when we speak about networking and digital tools and artificial intelligence, we need to start speaking about competencies. We need to have competencies about communication, because all members of our team have to be able to send emails, to manage social media, to use environment like LinkedIn, but also we need to be able to create content. We need to create and manage blogs, videos, infographic, but is not enough, because now we have to be skilled about data literacy, because starting from data we can collect more information about our audience, our network, And another aspect is really important is privacy and security awareness, because we need to manage tools, artificial intelligence solutions that are GDPR compliant, because for us it's really important the data protection, the privacy protection, and that all communication can be secure. Now we can have just a few seconds dedicated about how we can effective networking strategy. We need to be consistent. If we are online, we have to post regularly. We be ready to reply direct messages. We have to consider to be really active with frequent interaction. We need to provide value. We need to share resources that are interesting from our audience. We have to offer insight. We have to highlight opportunities. And when we have a digital presence, we need to maintain professionalism. And for this reason, we have to use digital etiquette, respectful communication, and again, we need to monitor data. We need to be able to use analytic tools. We need to track engagement and refine approach, starting from the feedback we receive from our audience. When we will share with you this presentation, you can have this really short presentation of many tools organized that are divided for goal. And these are tools that can help us to create our network. Of course, LinkedIn is really I think is really popular, but we have also angel lists. In the presentation, all tools are linked with the website, but we don't need only to use professional platforms, but also event platforms. Eventbrite is really popular. Meetup joins. With Meetup, we can join groups and attend events that align with our professional interest, or hoping if we want to attend virtual conferences and connected with attendees via chat and video. For customer relationship management, we can use HubSpot, and using this solution we can manage and track interaction with our professional contacts, or Zoo if we want to organize and streamline our networking efforts. For the communication, we can use Slack, or is really common the using of Microsoft Teams. And in this slide, you can see a list of artificial intelligence solutions that can elevate our networking strategy. Crystal Knows is really interesting, because this tool can understand the personality of our contacts, and it can support us to tailor our communication style according to the personality of our contacts, or reply that can support us to reply the emails to potential collaborators or clients. And if we want to be accurate in analysis of the data, of the information that are shared from our contacts, we can use Salesforce Einstein that analyze our networking effort and receive data-driven suggestion for improvement, or people A that have the same approach can support us in managing data. Or we have Brella for event networking, or there are social media tools like Buffer, HotSuite, and of course, if we want to generate content, we can start using ChatGPT, or there are other like Perplexity or Claude. There are really many chatbots that are really useful and they have a good performance. Sorry. Now I want to invite you in.
Sandra, may I interrupt you 1 second? Because I think you just gave us an amazing list of tools that many, I'm going to speak for myself, didn't know of. And I think some of them can be really helpful for many things, not only networking, but as you say, improving so many things in your journey, in your professional and personal journey as well. So I just wanted to say that we have added many of these, and we can keep on adding these tools to the list, to the.
Now I ask kindly my colleague to share in the chat the link to the Miro, because it's time for us, for you, to analyze. Just a second, I want to share also my screen. To analyze a scenario. And now we are using breaking rooms, and for each rooms there is a short scenario and 3 questions. You have to discuss with the people that are in the room, and after discussion we ask you to answer to this question. What are the key pros and cons of using digital technologies and artificial intelligence to build networks that you have identified? And based on your experience, what tools, approaches, or strategy would you recommend? You can use this stick to collect your idea, and after when we come back in the plenary, we can share the results of our discussion.
Sandra, may I suggest something? Because we are a smaller group today, and we are running out of time, and some people will want to have lunch soon. Why don't we look at the scenarios together here? And those of us who are willing to share and answer questions, I always think it's nice when we are in a group like this, and then maybe we can answer your interesting questions together, so that we can all learn from each other. Do you think that could be a good idea?
I think it's a really great idea. Okay.
Lovely. So maybe if you go a little bigger on the scenario number 1, we could read it together. Oh, that's perfect. Let's see. Okay, so we can all see it on screen, but if you allow me, I will read it. Okay. So the first one is about networking through virtual events. Alrighty. A group of entrepreneurs decides to participate in online events to expand their network internationally. Okay, I think we are kind of there, right? These events include matchmaking sessions and virtual roundtables to facilitate connections between participants. Okay, so we have 3 questions here. Number 1, What are the main advantages and disadvantages of networking through virtual events compared to in-person events? And what challenges have you faced in building authentic relationships in virtual settings? And have you attended any successful virtual events and what made them effective? Okay. So maybe if we leave this scenario on screen, I think that maybe all of us have been in a situation like this. Well, actually, we're kind of in one right now. Let's focus on the first question, okay? There are advantages and there are disadvantages, okay, through going in these virtual events, comparing it to in person, okay? I think our life has changed very much, and now we are living on a screen. So would anyone just would like to share an advantage or a disadvantage, or compare a little bit both situations? Kelly, I think you're ready, right? Lovely.
Yeah, sorry, I'm at a cafe, so there's music in the background. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. I have never, ever gotten a client from a big event. Now, there's probably multiple variables as to why that is. Usually it's my autism, because I just go up to someone and I start talking. And sometimes, like I said yesterday, I forget to introduce myself and things like that. The only contacts I've actually made lately have been virtual, and that was through LinkedIn. I sat down and I built my contacts through HR and CEOs of companies, and then I researched their websites to see if they mentioned like anything like DEI. And then I sent them a letter and I introduced myself and I said, I think we align because of this, this, and this. Like 3 things that we see, together the same way, the same mission statement, the same vision statement. And I actually got a hold of a CEO of a major worldwide recruitment platform that said, oh my God, I love the idea. And he's making a landing page for me on his website. So, and another well-being platform, I got the same, I sent my CV into a well-being platform and I said, I'm a coach and, I think we see things alike. And I met with her and she wants to introduce me to increase my network. So both of those were virtual.
That's good to know. So it does work, right? It does work. And
Yeah.
I experienced it with you yesterday. We connected yesterday and you wrote me a lovely email because I said, listen, write to me because there's something we can do together here. So it can work, but maybe it's not easy for everybody. Has anybody found like real challenges or disadvantages on meeting people virtually? Anyone who would like to share something?
I think one of the challenges can be the following up on people, that we meet people in, for example, in these lovely sessions that we've had this week, we meet people, we make that first connection, maybe we get their email address, we reach out and say, hey, it was lovely to chat to you. And then we hear nothing, then the conversation just goes quiet. That can be really challenging. And it can be particularly challenging when you want to pick up that conversation, maybe in 6 months' time, because maybe I'm now working in a new project and I remember that person I met in that meeting. Oh, she was working in this. She had some great ideas. I think that can be really hard. How do you pick up the conversation after 1 month, 2 months, 6 months?
Thank you, Megan. I think Vesna had raised her hand. Hello, Vesna. Lovely to have you here again.
Hi. Well, I think it's the benefit is the location. I work from home and I rarely travel around the world, but I'm working almost all the time with people who are from Europe, from US, from Australia. So it's the greatest benefit is that we would have never met if there was not online opportunities. And about the challenges, it's also the follow-up and the follow-up, after the first initiation, when we meet, we find a sticking point, but then it should be practical things. It should be going to action. Otherwise, it just socializing and drinking coffee. So this is the thing that I think it's the main obstacle. And the other thing is that I've noticed is that we are lacking some information online. For example, like body language, it's different if you're able to see a person in real time as it's this way, just from this way up, and maybe the hands or even the hands are missing. And I think it's networking. It's not a one-time event. It should be more. It should be repeatable. So I find people on internet that I meet them through other communities as well. I had my task to meet as many people as I can last year, and I met a new person every 14 days. So it's a lot of people, and all were very helpful.
Okay.
So it was about collecting nice impressions.
Lovely.
And I think this
Lovely,
is
Vesna.
the great advantage of these online meetings.
And I think, I don't know, I agree with you, but I think that challenge of following up is not only a challenge online, it's a challenge when we meet people in person as well. I've shared with Megan before that my husband, who's like so much into networking and really treasures, like he knows like who he has met through his entire life and what for. I'm not like that. He once made me go to a course like how to network and keep networking, and people literally put in their calendar, like, I don't know, the day after you write an email, 3 weeks after you share an article or a podcast with that person related to, 6 months later and people do put alarms in their calendars to remind themselves of these things. So yeah. So following up is a struggle. I think Gabi had her hand up, or was it Megan?
No, I know we are running out of time, but just very quickly, I do agree with what Vesna said, and I would like to add another thing. What really, I mean, I'm online as well all the time, and I prefer it. I'm even online for the conversations I have to have with the teachers of my two daughters, and I prefer that rather than queuing for hours to wait and talk to one of the teachers. Maybe Kelly, you can understand what I mean. So it's a very long thing. So I prefer to be online. However, what really a big challenge to me is to focus on people's names, job roles, companies, things like that. Because while you're online, since you cannot save, physically these data, unless you copy. Sometimes I copy and paste from the chat, and I feel like I'm a mad one. But because they are, you are posting links to materials, resources, to your own contacts. So I have to keep doing this thing, and then that drives me mad. That is the thing that is really.
I'm going to try to look it up for tomorrow so that I can share it with everybody for our third session in this academy. I once found a networking map that actually tells you clearly how to, because it's also about thinking of the future, what could I do with Vesna in the future? Like, how could we join? And maybe it has to do with personal or professional or both, or some of the areas in my life. So yes, I think Mariana just raised her hand. Welcome. Thank you, Mariana, for being here.
Yes, hi. Thank you very much for lovely presentation today. So I just wanted to add up on what Vesna said. So actually, I think there is one part which is equal challenge for the live event in virtual, and especially for virtual, and that is actually there are people which are action takers and which are doers, and there are people which are waiting that something happened to them. So yesterday we had the first online event in this same group of people. You put us in the break room. It was 3 of us in each break room, approximately. And who from those did everyone connected with the other 2 persons from the group? That's the first thing, very simple thing. And how you connected. So I was, for example, in the group with Vesna. Me and Vesna, we immediately exchange afterwards contact with direct sentence. We schedule next week a call to explain to each other what we are doing and how we can support each other. You know, there was I think Piotr on the call. So excuse me if I forgot your name. So we also contacted each other, and I saw already some similarities and ways to collaborate. So if you are not proactive, if you don't take an action, the things are not happening themselves. And also there is this is some lesson learned from various other portals and studies which were done. There is a huge difference in the way how women network and how men network. What do I mean? Women would like to get to know each other better, to chit chat, to know the personality, the character. They need to understand each other, to chit chat about kids, family situation, lives, difficulties on job in everyday life. But people not necessarily have time for that. You know, imagine you have 100 people in your contacts with whom you chit chat. Then your life is chit chatting. You have no time to work. So that doesn't work. And if you approach to somebody like, yeah, we could just have a coffee from time to time, who has time for that? We're all busy today. Life is simply not working like that. We are not housewives. And men have completely different approach to networking. They contact each other with very clear statement. What do they want? What do they need? And they ask, could you help me with that? And then you can answer, can you help or not? While women usually think that they're using another person if they ask directly what they want. But that's how it's working. You have to ask. Nobody cannot read your minds, and nobody has time to spend, let's say, an empty chit chatting. So this is kind of just general comment.
No, absolutely. Thank you. And it is all about that. I think we have a couple more minutes. I don't know if anyone else would love to share. I mean, for example, Sandra today, she opened my mind to the possibility. I've been using AI for some time. I'm learning. I'm not a big techie person, but it's been helpful in many areas of my life. But honestly, I didn't think of networking as one of the areas where AI could help me. So Sandra did open my mind to these possibilities. But it's true. Everything you're sharing is absolutely true. I think we all share the same challenges, but also the same desire to connect, because this is the way that we connect. For example, I've been working and meeting and being friends with Gabriela, I don't know for how long now. We've seen each other only once, and just only by coincidence, and we felt like we were best friends from life. You know, the online world does this to us now as well, right? So yes, same with Vesna. I was telling Megan yesterday, whoa, so great to see Vesna again. I want to meet her in person. You know, I mean, nowadays we are lucky. We have missed a lot, and I agree with you what you just said. We have missed a lot of the way we used to connect before, and we used to visit people and had nice long conversations over a cup of coffee, etc. Yes, that's not part of my life anymore. It's true. But then we have to make of this new world the best of it, so that it can sort of substitute kind of what we had before. Sandra, I don't know if there are any final remarks. I just wanted to thank everybody, to invite you again for tomorrow for a third where Pamela, I think Pamela is here. Pamela, say hello. Pamela has some very cool stuff for us tomorrow. And meanwhile, please do go to our LinkedIn community. I just put the link again in the chat because I do want us to share there these challenges. Okay, we do have to find these safe spaces where we can share what we feel and see how we can help each other. Okay, so please feel free to do so. Sandra, I don't know if there are any final remarks. Thank you for today. You've opened our world to a whole new list of tools that we can use. We have to start doing our homework.
Thank you for to be active during this event. I hope to have the opportunity to meet you in person in the next future.
Yes. And well, tomorrow Pamela will be leading. Pamela, thank you. Thank you for preparing such a cool session for tomorrow. So thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time, okay, 12 Central European time for new networking tips and tricks and remarks. And let's get together and think together. This hive mind who can come up with better ideas than just on our own. So thank you, everyone, for your time.